Greetings, Soul Tribe, greetings. Today we have a special guest. We have LeMar that is joining us. He's the one that submitted the light language activation, and also the musician that provided the light language beats. So if you haven't seen that yet, go back and check out that video. It is a very strong activation. So we welcome him in. If you are interested in beats being created for you, he does that. It's a perfect pay for the perfect service. Get a hold of him. I'll link his information in the description. Greetings, Soul Tribe. We have LeMar all the way from Gary, Indiana. We have him joining us and sharing his beautiful stories of awakening. He is the musician that you heard in the last channel and the one that brought in those ancient codes for us. So if it's something that you guys are more interested in, the link below is his page, his email address. You create music as well, right? Or beats?
Yes, I'm my YouTube page is mostly hip hop beats, but I am starting a music project with a friend of mine that's more like techno, EDM, psychedelic type of instrumentals.
Nice. That's something I'd definitely be interested in. So if you guys are interested in all that, mixed with some light language here and just channeling and healing, it's not just channeling that he brings in, it's the healing codes that you may need to hear. If you're here, you do, and you should definitely watch the other YouTube video and go to his page, because his frequency, even the beats that he creates, are frequency based for you. So just keep that in mind. So welcome here, LeMar. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's introduce LeMar. Tell us a little bit about yourself, about your light language and your awakening.
Well, my light language activations began quite when I was around a time of not so much discerning whether or not it was even real. I was kind of doubting what this was at first, in terms of hearing it from another person. I just thought it was some gibberish at first. In my first coming across it when I was younger, I had to say I was probably 21 or 22. And I think I was 21 years old. And it wasn't difficult to begin to accept it. Actually, the resistance fell off quite kind of naturally, because I realized that I was doing it before I even knew what it was. There was a version of speaking it that I had no idea what it was. But there was a version of it when you move with your hands.
Yes.
It's just flowing like that. I never even knew what channeling was or any of that. I was doing all of that at a time when I was like 20 or 19 and 20. And I was just making my music heavily, just doing all of that. And there was a time when I did experiment with some substances, and I could see the light codes coming from my hands, and they were beaming outwards. And sober or not, I completely was convinced of something more to reality, more to definitely than what they told me, what they were teaching.
Yep. So your guidance came in just out of nowhere. It would just start when you're listening, or was it music that moved you? Because your music moves me. I'm doing this when I'm listening to your stuff. Yeah. So what first, was it music that activated some of this, or what would you say?
Oh, definitely. The music definitely activated, because I was listening to all sorts of shamanic type of music, where there were actual shamans in there chanting Icaros, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that
You
right,
did.
but
Yeah.
it's amazing, because I was going on inner journeys, and of course I may not have been fully out of my body in some of those experiences, but I can tell you that I do remember certain experiences where I was, and it was definitely like the music that brought me into that. There was a point where I didn't know anything about what I'm talking about right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
same.
it was a transformation that came across kind of naturally for me. It didn't feel like it was resistance at all. I didn't feel the resistance. And I come from Baptist Christianity. That's like nothing. It actually speaks contradictory opposite about it. It's bad to do what we do.
Yeah, same. Mine's Jehovah's Witness and Catholic. My mom was Jehovah's Witness. My dad was Catholic. How that worked, I don't know. So us coming out like this is definitely, they're like, what is this?
Yeah, my grandma, she probably thinks I speak tongues. Like I used to do it so loud, like so loudly, like all out in the open in the front of the house. Like I didn't care what the neighbors thought. They thought I was probably from the jungles or something. For real, like I did not care. Like I didn't know what they thought about me. And to this day, like I don't know what she'll say. She might literally be like, "What are you doing, LeMar?" She's not here right now. Thank goodness.
So when you first started, when you're channeling, when you first started, because there's a lot of newly awakened ones that are channeling light language, what was your reaction when the codes were coming in? Even with your hands at first?
My first reaction was like, I was scared. I was like, who is this doing this? Like, I thought this wasn't me. Because like it was going so naturally, so smooth. And then like it just began to just feel like that wasn't me doing any of that.
Yeah.
I felt like that was not me. Stop. I literally said, stop that.
But then it gets louder. It gets louder. We're like, shoo, maha! Like the voice gets stronger, and we're like, ha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when did you start feeling comfortable speaking, doing it, and then be like, you know what you do? How long did it take for you to come out and start feeling comfortable?
Like just exploring that side of me that felt like a shaman. So I'd watch these different documentaries and listen to certain psychedelic music, and it just kind of just start bringing it out of me, like how I was saying. It just became more comfortable with it, and I started feeling like an earth angel.
You are
I
one.
called myself that, and I didn't even know that people were calling themselves that. I was like, yeah, I'm an earth angel. Like I feel that.
Yep.
Like I've done activations where you can have your wings on you, and it's no manifesto around it, no type of ego, but I do kind of own it and claim it, and it feels good to claim it. Not a perfect angel, but still.
We're healing and we're learning. Okay, so as far as the earth angel, and I so resonate with that, did you get body aches, like the ascension symptoms? Like I still continue to go through.
Oh man, all sorts of aches in the back out of nowhere. Like
our wings
just wondering what it was. It felt like rocks were in there.
Yep, I still get that. And then people are like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, my energetic wings are growing and they're getting stronger. Do you feel that though? Like they're like, "Oh, big! Yours are getting big and powerful as we shift the energy and we get these downgrades, or not downgrades, upgrades, downloads."
There's certain days when I woke up, I felt like immensely. Like brilliant, just like strength and balance. Like it feels like I got like 3 wings on me, like almost like a seraphim or something.
Yeah. Yep. So what tips can we give? You know, because we're still going through it. There's many that are going through it, you know, in this timeless now moment that need some tips of understanding And my heart, I could feel my heart, whoever is going to be watching this, like the time travel, not to be nervous and stuff. What tips do you have for them?
Not
Anything?
to be nervous. Oh man. Once you go through enough darkness, like true manipulation of the matrix in a truly nefarious way, once you deal with those type of entities and you really confront them face to face, either in the 3D or I'm talking in the 4D astral, or mainly I'm talking 3D, when you're consciously here on earth, awoke, not awoke, but like awakened consciousness. When you come across enough of that, it's going to be something that can step forward, that is either going to be afraid but still wants to change. It's going to scare the crap out of you. How much? Well, it scared the crap out of me. I mean,
Yeah,
how
me
much
too.
real these things are, and they really don't care about us. But at the same
We
time, they're
laugh
showing
because
us something. It's like, it came to a point in me where it was like, you're teaching me something. I know it's going to work out for the highest good. It's
yes,
going to work out for the best. I don't like you still, F you, all that type of stuff. But we still try to change all of that, the shadow work, with the love, because love is the answer.
it is.
So if the number one tip I can say is love is the answer. And that when fighting the nervousness, I went straight for it. I went straight for the heart of it. Those nefarious entities, those beings with these different agendas.
Narcissists. Oh my gosh, how many have you dealt with?
Probably so many and so many to come.
Yeah.
The thing is, their reflections, the most simplest way to put it. And I'm sure you heard that before.
Yep.
You're
Exactly.
much more experienced than I am. um, yeah, when you come across enough of that stuff, you begin to feel like you want to say enough is enough.
Yep.
And that became my point. Don't panic, and take claim of your sovereignty. All is
Yes.
well.
Yes. So much.
Because it
Having
was all
faith.
illusions.
Yep.
It was all just a movie, to where that played out until I learned from that. And the easiest thing to learn from being in that nervous state at all is acceptance, because it's a real
Yep.
thing to accept. I've been afraid utterly of profound, giant things that I felt like were more stronger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Being in fear of creatures that I'd never seen before in my life. But
Yeah.
just taking that claim, it doesn't matter what you look like, no matter what your texture is, your skin, what kind of creature you are, what being you are. It's having no fear. You can't have
Yeah.
any fear,
Yep.
and you stand like a warrior.
Yep. So we're not victims, hence we're not victims, we're warriors. Warriors of lessons, warriors of love. How did we get to be a warrior of love? It's because we shattered our heart by the experience that we've had to go through in this lifetime to break to a broken heart, to reforming, realigning with our inner self and essence, recreating our original ancient being. And that's so powerful. And in order to get there, you have to go through the breaking of it. We have to unlearn everything that we've learned. My back's gonna start cracking because the epiphanies are coming in. So and that's just such a beautiful way to how you explain it. So people out there, our earth angels, our star seeds, those who are just going through the shift every day with body aches, with just wondering, with feeling lonely and lost, and finding self-love is going to be your key coordinate to awakening more and more. And how did you find self-love after all that monotony that we had to go through?
Oh man, telling myself all is well.
Mm-hmm.
All is well was one of the ones that stuck with me. Violet flames, transmutating a lot of energy, a
Yeah.
lot of beliefs, everything that can be transmutated, violet flames, and all is well. Because I there was a time when I doubted, and I completely threw away all of my collections, all of everything, like just completely discarded of all of my items, my posters of light language, my art, my books, my light
Oh,
language books, because I just started doubting so much. And you can go through so much doubting where you just begin to disbelieve, and you begin to believe that disbelief. And it was all just an illusion. So a lesson I had to learn, that I can literally make myself think that something isn't real when it really, really is real. It really, really is real. But it's not real in a way like every single word I say, hey, y'all, this is real. It's going
yeah.
to be real for you in your own way.
Yep.
It's like when you put your hand in fire and you know not to do that no more. It's going to be that real for you.
Yep.
And when that confirmation comes for a person, no matter if it's a substance or like an actual sober experience, it's gonna hit them. And
Yep.
that's all I can say.
And basically, I feel like everyone's going through it, and the shift, the ones who refuse to awaken or wanted to hide, their awakening, try to like shift their energy so they don't have to, they're going to really be going through it and like chaos. It's going to be chaotic because they don't know how to feel, they don't know what the heck's going on. And we've been through these ascension symptoms slash emotions, and we're here to guide you guys. And we may not always know the answers, but we are here because we're still doing it. So we may go in and out of the connection. As LeMar was saying, he didn't believe, well, he believed and then he didn't believe, but now he believes because it's real. It's going to hit us, and we have to understand it, understand it in order for us to continue the path and the journey. And I'm so glad he awakened to his essence again. Like, no, not even awakening. He saw within himself his true power and shared his light language and his music, because those codes need to be shared. This stuff needs to get out, man. Like, we can't hide no more. We have to activate other people at all levels, and it's beautiful. It's LeMar, your stuff is it's beautiful, and thank you for sharing all of it. You said you've dealt with some extraterrestrial stuff, and this is where Shar would be like, you gotta tell me about this stuff, because he's very galactic as well. So
Oh man,
how long ago was it?
this is like last night.
What?
I could say, like, for real, like I'm in contact with my creator beings, my mentors, my spirit team all the time. We always are, and we don't even know that we're doing it right now.
But we do.
On a conscious, you say you do?
No, yeah, I said but we do.
But but we do. Yeah, it's like, yeah. And I feel like on a conscious 3D level, dealing with the ETs, deep meditations, and not even to say like so deep, like you have to be an expert to go like some deepness, but just really setting the intention, and playing around with it. They're real.
Yeah.
They're real. And I can say it twice, I can say it 3 more times. It wouldn't matter. When you really had enough. And I went through my doubting phase. I said, this is what I literally said. I said, this is some Lucifer, this is some evil, because I'm coming from Baptist. I'm like,
Yeah.
I literally thought this was like bullcrap. Like, don't deal with these demons or whatever, all sorts of stuff. But after a while, it really was talking to my soul. And my soul was speaking back to me, saying some simple things like just trust and understand that, yes, it is real, and they are us. We are them. And it's more like I am, we are. Love is, I am, we are.
Yep.
And those were like the words, like from like beings of light,
Yep.
letting me know about the extraterrestrials. And I'm talking about the physical kind and the ones that are not physical.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different encounters I've had, and I don't even remember them all, but I can tell you they're there.
Yep. And I can affirm that they are. So, okay, are you more when you're tuning in? Are you more visual or are you more like empath? Do you feel or see or both?
Oh man, I can definitely get emotional. I can connect to you right away. Like
Yeah.
I'm that empathic. Like if you begin to tear up, I'm gonna begin to tear up,
Yep.
and I don't even know why at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can feel that, and I let it. I express it very easily, and I can very much visualize and see a lot. Like it'll appear to me. If it appears vividly, it's gonna come vividly, like full blown DMT. We there.
Nice.
If not, it's gonna sometimes be like nothing, but still trust that something's going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, because I could definitely feel the connection with as we talk, and before we started recording, me and LeMar were just chit chatting. I could talk to him all day because there's so much connection. It's just so it just flows whenever we connect to our soul tribe, and just the conversations we have flows so great and to understand each other. And where you went through the same stuff that I went through, and for me it's inspiring because stepping out of what's comfortable is it's honorable. Like I put it's so honorable in existence in this now to help others come out. And Baptist, from your family, and then mine, Jehovah's Witness and Catholic. It's like we're coming, we're releasing all the names, the titles, none of that, because there's, it's just unity. It's unity in frequency that we are raising up this beautiful energy. So protecting space. So since you're a super empath too, give us some tips on how do you protect your space from those cores and hooks that the narcissists want to suck our energy for real.
Man, my favorite tool to use is calling upon a galactic golden light shield. I have to say it. I've done it in my dream time, lucidly, numerous of times. Galactic golden light shield. I call upon my galactic golden light shield. Simple as that. I call upon that. I'll bring that to me. I set the intention that that's what I want, surrounding my entire body, however many feet or inches that I want to describe it, or you just naturally want to say it. I don't even go into the specifics of how many feet. As soon as I call it, I just want to be shielded by my galactic golden light shield. And that cuts off all of that. It just begins healing what's inside and outside and around. And it's very powerful. Violet flames.
Violet flames. I love violet flames. I always take notes in these meetings and stuff because these are some things that we could talk about in the future on the channel, like how to, what violet flames are, you know what I mean, and what they would want to use that flame for.
Such a beautiful sacred flame. To say I know so much about it, but I don't at the same time is like a timeless type of phrase in these moments. But I genuinely, as much as I know about it, it's one of the most helpful things that I can ever say. It's just violet flame, blaze, 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 blaze.
Boom, guys, write that down, blaze, and try it out, blaze, blaze, blaze. So as people watch this channel and the station, whenever and we're teaching them, they're watching, we're learning together and teaching them. So when you do that, what feelings do you get? Which I will try. What do you feel? Protected? Do you feel loved? Do you feel like you're dispelling all the bullshit?
It gets rid of negativity, things that no longer serve me, all that I no longer need, anything that is not for my highest good. That the violet flame is going to tag all of that. That vibration is so high and powerful and royal. It is it's not gonna play around. It's a flame, it's gonna burn it up.
Yep. Do you visualize it? You're in it? Do you visualize it being in
Hmm.
front of you, or what
I
happens?
love to visualize violet flames around me, just all around me glowing, just
I
all
love it.
around me, blazing away.
Yep.
I love to visualize that.
So anything else, like, because I like calling in the dragon, like dragon energy, to like really just disconnect me from any cords and
Mm,
hooks, known and unknown. Like, just get rid of that stuff. I'm a sovereign
that's
being.
powerful. That's
Yeah.
powerful. Yeah.
Yep. And then
You can
activating our
definitely do
12D
that.
shield,
You said what?
activate our 12D shield, for
Oh yes,
protection
oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
12D shield. There's some definitely good techniques out there. Once you become comfortable in learning all about it, and truly, you're gonna want to learn a lot of different techniques.
And another
Um,
thing, let me reach under my chair real quick, guys, as we are sharing our ways of protecting and healing, because it's all important. So even if you're not going to carry this with you, right? But carry a piece of tourmaline. A
mm,
piece of tourmaline, this is a transmuter, so it like absorbs the negative energy, and it transmutes it into positive, good vibration, good energy. And I usually have selenite. This is underneath my chair whenever I'm doing channels, whenever I'm doing meditations and stuff. So people who do not yet feel comfortable calling in the flames, calling in Archangel Michael, they want to still be
Michael,
at this level.
yeah.
This is fine. Any piece of tourmaline, it could be the littlest piece. You carry that in your pocket, it's going to protect you, it's going to transmute as well. So, sharing our secrets on that, and I love it.
I also call upon a 246 Merkaba to
Ooh.
activate stability and clarity. There's a whole
Ooh.
activation on YouTube for this. You guys can look it up. It's a very beautiful meditation and activation for the 246 Merkaba.
Big Merkaba.
I
Who's
call
I?
that in all the time. As soon as I see those numbers on the clock, anytime I see it in any order, at any time, I don't even have to see the numbers. I could just feel it. 246 Merkaba activate stability and clarity. It,
Ooh.
I love it. I say this in my dreams. I literally say this when I'm in my dream body and doing whatever work I'm doing. I'm somewhere floating around. I'll say 246 Merkaba activate stability.
Nice. Protected as you sleep. This is amazing, guys. This is just so beautiful. These are secrets to how it can help you. There's no, I mean, you do your research, but these are just tips of what we currently use at this time that will help you. And you can do your research. So 246 Merkaba activation. Is it by? Can you think of who it's by? Or we'll put the information in the bottom.
If you can, it's Ofina and Sakal, Ofhean. I believe it's one N, and then there's an A, and it's Sakal, Sikaal.
Okay,
And they're called Divine Light Meditation sometimes too on
okay.
YouTube.
I'm gonna try that activation for sure. I'm always open for our greater good, and there's no way that if this is the connection, guys, whoever comes about this page, it's the highest frequency of love and light, connection, learning, understanding, understanding. So LeMar is a master musician. He's like magician and musician,
There's
creating
probably
these.
a master in me. I'm not there yet, though. I got a lot more
Yeah.
learning,
We,
uncovering to
we
do.
all do. We all do, but we're doing it. We're doing it, and we're here. We're here, and I feel like we are the new earth. We are creating the new earth as we're coming together and like vibing right. Are you meeting other like soul tribe members, like just coming to you and just like, hey?
I definitely go to. I participate on online retreats with this program. It's they're called New Earth One Network, and they definitely have all types of where you can participate on Zoom calls with them
Uh-huh.
and get all sorts of activations, different way more helpful tips from real experienced people who've been doing this for like 33, 50 years plus.
Okay. So, and where are they out of? Are they just different locations?
All over the world, all over the world,
Ooh, I'm
and
looking up
it's
all of this. Write this down, guys. This is some good free tips for you to help your ascension and guidance. So, even
mhm.
me, I'm just writing this down. So, light language that came. Okay, you came to my channel, and a question that I really had for myself was, what brought you to my frequency? How? What's
Oh
the
man,
honor?
man. Well, I usually just search something. I search. I don't know what I would search in that day. It was just like light language, or it's. I found you the first time. Actually, I didn't search. It was on my recommended YouTube page because I
Ooh,
listen to so many light language. It just popped up there, and I was like, "Well, what is Healing Spirits in my language? Let me check out her light language. Let me just see what that is." And I heard it, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I like how it's coming through. I like how you feel about it, how you're energized about it, and you're real about it. You let it rawly play out." And I was like, "Okay, let me listen to all of this." So I played all of it one day, just going through it, taking breaks. Of
yeah,
course, I took some breaks, drunk some water, and took some breaks. Got back into it, and I was like, okay, yeah, definitely. Everything you drop, I want to see and I want to
yeah.
hear. I got a
Oh,
few different. I got actually quite a lot of different channels I'm subscribed to that I do that to on
nice.
YouTube.
So, would you do you share your playlist on your YouTube or no? That'd be something
I
good.
have never shared my playlist, but I have so much different names and stuff of
Yeah.
some useful stuff that I've done.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like I never deleted the playlist, but I've deleted, unsubscribed from certain channels at one point
Yeah.
when I went through my doubting phase. But um, I still got a lot of good playlists. I still got some tracks and stuff that I downloaded from some really, really good people on my laptop, from some real sacred chants that really get you into that zone, like right away.
That's gonna be dope if you if you post that on like playlist or you subscribe to something with all your tracks of knowledge. That's
Mhm.
just gonna be amazing to hear because when people because we're people are coming out of their 3D jobs, they're still working their 3D jobs whenever they still have to come home, cook, clean, tend to the kids and stuff. But like this is where your music inspires me
Mhm.
because the next day I was like I can do anything and I can do because I'm here having as I'm cleaning because I work, I clean, I cook, well, kind of. My daughter's like, this is green stuff. There's no meat. But, I do all this stuff, in my everyday life and like the music and stuff. Instead of scrolling through the BS on Facebook and TikTok and, we could be listening to tracks that inspire us. It's like, hey, you're learning, you're getting this healing activation frequency while you're cleaning, while you're in the car taking the kids to school. Here are your upgrades. Here is what I learned. I'm taking what I learned to transmute it to transfer into this music, into your channel, and then it's a quick download, quick activation. And because not everybody could just go in there and they're okay, you know what I mean? They can't just do that. So do you think that's something you might be doing in the future?
Definitely. I'm gonna get a better microphone. Like I said, I'm starting a music group with a friend from Atlanta. I went to high school with him, and we're about to be on some like EDM, techno, psychedelic type of music. I'm gonna include some of my vocals, my light language vocals in there professionally. I'm gonna edit and mix and master all of that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some stuff like that in the future.
I feel it's already in the I feel it's already here in this timeless now message moment. So, guys, if you want to be a part of this, maybe next time me and LeMar and we'll have Sharam on here and talking to you guys about your ascension journey and just sharing our path, sharing our giving downloads and epiphanies to people like mic drop having fun. Healing for me has it was in the beginning it was kind of like crying stuff, but now it got to that level where I'm laughing, I'm happy, I'm seeing
I
you.
couldn't even tell. I couldn't tell. With you, it seems like I couldn't tell, but I can definitely tell your experience. Like you give off this vibe of like someone who is like an experienced shaman. Like, have you been to shaman school?
I have not, but I'm a Reiki master and then I
Yeah,
also channel my indigenous side. You know, all the indigenous because my dad and my mom, they're
you
very,
do.
very
You definitely
cultured.
do.
Yeah, and then after I did all the healing and the shedding, then I was gifted with all these, you know how we get our downloads and gifts. It's like our ancestor from our ancestors and stuff. So
Mhm.
so I do work with plant medicine. I work with oils. You know, I do a lot of different crystals for sure. A lot of sound frequency, vibration, energy. I work with all of
Awesome.
that. So I guess you would say, yeah, shaman work, yeah. But you know, it's that
Mhm.
not feeling good enough to say I am. You know, but I am good enough
Yeah.
to say it. It's just, you know, just it's the path. Yeah, for sure. So you want to channel some light language together, back and forth, and just for the you feel comfortable, like maybe like you
Yeah,
say a
definitely. If
sentence,
I feel it
I say a
coming through,
sentence.
I'll definitely do it.
Okay, I'll go first, and where my intention or the intention would be just to like bring in openness and love, compassion, bring in strength and courage to those out there that still feel a little nervous about stepping out into your power and unlock. I want my head starting to tingle. I want to unlock anything within you guys that we can help you with to better your make it easier, make it clearer for you. So let's see. Okay. So I'll go and then you go if you feel like it. If not, then we could do it. But let's do this here. Sham. 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 Shama Kaya taya ya tamahan ari shiri mayri amayri ke amo mai na kishiwa pa ini shumbai ni amani mbaka shamaku Mbai no moho ho ha wakash mbai kiki ma ata mba sha ma ine mbai tamba ashumba humma ho ada ishiram mbai ka po apa te tekri mba shua mba ta te tekri mba o wa ta mba shu po pa nekiri push kere mamba Mbashiri maha uahaka mbashiri shimahu shu pakakata tumanka shumama mahina mushi shua papa pakuwa bashi tamaha shimaku tane I got you. Listen. Whatever channel you want to bring in, see if maybe that might work.
sumushu anye ingana sinti hayasa ayatira urushu burushu musnu etisnetia ayatia sumu aniti aliatasintus mute etientia save ayatos munte easunto
Super powerful. Make sure you guys drink water after this. Seriously, make sure you guys are hydrating. You want to flush out. You want to bring in, you want to flush out what no longer serves you. You want to bring in the codes of light, and you want to allow these to clear your energy, release what no longer serves you. Shamaka. That felt powerful. I felt it. I felt like my back is like clearing too. I'm like, oh. How do you feel?
I felt that warrior vibe, that they're calling in that energy of strength, inner strength.
Yeah.
Remembrance.
Yeah, releasing. I felt like the release of just the not feeling worthiness that we all encompass. Yeah, I know I have fragments sometimes, that I'm like still getting through, but it's ancestral stuff, So it's kind of it's really neat. It's really neat to connect like that. Woo! Ikashina mahaka eria nambash bash 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 bash. Kayina. So, do you ever speak light language to people? Like, just out of the blue, like, I don't know.
No, I usually keep it private. I keep my light language very private. I'm very stealth. I'm like a ninja.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So like there's been a group of other Soul Tribe members connecting on Facebook, and I don't really go on Facebook, but on Messenger, that all they do is send light language messages on, just a daily message or something, and we're all speaking different languages. And then sometimes, like, I'm a part of that group, but then sometimes whenever I'm talking to like Sharam or any of the other light workers and stuff, I'm like, Hayakayata Mayam. And then the response will be like, Shamu Waba, Mbayabawa, Tambaba, and I'm like, you can, it's like, it's a conversation.
I've definitely heard it before.
Yeah.
I've been around it in another group that I used to participate in, but I never like spoke my own towards them. But I heard them going back and forth, and it was very interesting. Just listening to it.
Yeah, and then like some of them, because I'm learning this, like some of the people light language. So I get it. The light workers, there's the light healers, there's the different type beings of light. So you could tell who's the healer, who's a messenger, who, you know what I mean, who's who in frequency. Not even like no pictures, no nothing, just the vibration of their voice. So it's kind of interesting to just to channel through and learn that. So. Oh my goodness. All right. So we've had you here for about an hour. I am so thankful for you. I'm so grateful. And I would love to see you more on this channel. Like, as other light workers, warriors, starseeds come in and they're submitting their stuff. Whenever you have time, because we're still living that life. we could listen in and just, go with what we feel, because sometimes people question themselves in their light language, and they're like, I'm just singing, I don't know the words to the song, so I'm just singing some I'm like, but that's really, you don't need to know the words to the song. You need to know the frequency that you're singing. You know what I mean? That's, you don't know the words because you don't need to understand the logic of it. So I was dancing to some old school booty music back in the day, not even thinking about the frequency of the, and then I as I adulted, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, that's how I felt. Oh my gosh, I was dancing to that kind of music, that I was raising my frequency to that. I wasn't raising it, I was lowering it, and then some people are like, yeah. I'm like, do you hear this song? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, do you hear the words in the song? Like, no, I'm listening to the beat. I'm like, okay, well, the beat is coming along with the words that is talking about some BS that's actually penetrating your mind while you're playing Xbox and you're listening to this jibber jabber. And then, you know what I mean? People are actually getting brainwashed like that. So your music and other light workers, you guys that bring in your content, even your DMT mix of, all that, it's so healthy for us because it's going to get us in a state of existence of this nowness versus, it's healthy. It's food for and music for thought, for inner strength and stuff. So very, very powerful. Very powerful, LeMar, and I am honored and I am so blessed to have you in my life, to have you come out. Guys, LeMar at first did not to put you out there, LeMar at first did not want to do an interview because he's like, I'm not ready for that, and I was like, what? You are ready. And then he came back and he's like, okay, I am ready. He gave it a couple of days. I'm like, this is what it is, guys. This is just friends. This is Soul Tribe reconnecting. And it's not like, let me put you on the spot. It's just effortless. This was effortless, right?
It's not that bad. It's definitely like, I talked to my guides. I was like, let's make it happen. Let's do it for high school of all and harm to no one. And, I'm just like stepping through the unknown. And it feels good. It feels magical.
Yeah. And it's going to continue to be as we connect. So guys, thank you so much for your beautiful time in this Timeless Now moment. And thank you for allowing us into your life for your greater good, for the greater good as we rise and ascend, learn together. So like, subscribe, go check out his LeMar's links below that I'll list. And you customize beats for people too, right?
Yeah, I definitely can.
Ooh. So if you're in the process of starting up a YouTube channel or you need some beats for your magical vocals, LeMar is the person to go to. Yeah, for hire. The perfect pay for the perfect service. We all have our talents and gifts. We don't have to be here and do it alone. So stay tuned for more of this wonderfulness. And we love you all. Say bye, LeMar. Shumaka hatayini.